Okay.
UPS didn't come yet.
Oh dear. Okay. We're having problems with mail around here.
Mm-hmm.
What am I doing here? I'm going there and there. Here we go. Okay.
UPS didn't come yet.
Oh dear. Okay.
Turn your sound off.
We're having problems with mail around here. What am I doing here? I'm going there and there. Damn it.
Have a good mail call? Where you
You're leaving. Where are you going?
Going to get some sandwiches or something?
Oh, we got sandwiches. We got a lot of sandwiches over there.
Does anybody want anything?
No. That was that.
You sure?
I gotta do it.
I don't know where we're going, but
What kind of food are you looking for?
it depends on what Joyce and Lori are looking for. I don't
You
know.
go down there, you got sub sandwiches. You go this way, and north on one, you have Chinese food. If you go, oh god,
That place is scary, isn't it?
this way, and then south on one, way at the bottom of the hill, you got Italian food over here, which is pretty good. You got
Yeah.
Italian food over here, which is terrible.
Oh,
So you want the 466.
okay.
You go on further, and you got all kinds of stuff.
Well, none of us are dressed for like a restaurant.
You look
so
like
we're
you've
just
been
gonna-
golfing. Around here, that'll sell.
Oh. Maybe we could go to the country club.
I don't know. No blue jeans, but I don't know. I don't know.
These aren't blue jeans.
No, they're not blue jeans.
No.
Okay,
Thank you. I'll be back. You'll be here, Laura, right?
Yeah.
so we have what, that package? Just that one package and then the mail, right?
And that, but you said
I'm not gonna open that, because that's next week's. I can't open that.
Are you gonna open it after? No.
I gotta practice with it before I use it.
Oh, so it's just you don't know what's inside.
Well, I do know what's inside, but I have to figure out how to use it before I do it live. That's cute. That is cute. I gotta make some more of those. Okay, what are we doing? Where's the
Bailey.
dog?
She's
Right
in there.
there. Oh, is she ready? Have I got a spoon?
Do you?
Is it 5 o'clock yet? I don't have a spoon.
It's 7 past.
7 past. We're late already. Good Lord, we're getting worse and worse. There's so much paperwork. It's so bad. We want to redo a room upstairs at the hayloft. So we can have dogs up there, and Grace can have room to spread out. And so I just wrote a letter to Home Depot to see whether we couldn't get them to give us the insulation, which is the insulation alone is going to be. Wait a minute, I'll find out and tell you. Oh,
Wow.
it's 18 rolls of insulation at $45 a roll. I had the amount on this piece of paper. It's about. Oh no, that's the wrong one. It's about $2,600 for insulation. But it'll make the kennel warmer, and it'll give us a room upstairs and things like that. Oh, that's not the insulation. It's $1,600. It's the plywood on the floor that's $2,600. And if we did that, we'll have a warmer kennel downstairs, and we'll have a room to play upstairs, and Grace will have room to spread out. We'll get there somehow. But I just thought I didn't want to spend any of our money on it, because maybe Home Depot will give it to us. Because I remember a long time ago, here we go. A long time ago, there was a barn in Saugus that burned to the ground. A lot of horses killed. It was a terrible thing. And I knew the barn. It was a well cared for barn. It was right on Lynn Woods, and people there had place to.
In there.
Yeah, they had place to ride in the woods, and it was well kept. A lot of the carriage horses from Boston were kept there, and they were all nice and healthy and fat and all that sort of thing. And I heard about it at 5 o'clock. This is a long story. I heard about it at 5 o'clock in the morning, this fire going on in Saugus. The horses were running loose down in through Lynn Woods. Well, I had a 4-H club, and I'm pretty good at catching loose horses, because you don't have a bunch of kids riding horses, but they don't, half of them get loose half the time. So I was good at that. So I threw some buckets and oats and and halters and leashes in the back of my truck it was at that point, and went flying down there to help catch all these loose horses that were running around the woods. And I did. And the fire department was there putting the fire out. And then I realized that they lost their hay for all the horses that were left. They had nothing left. The oats were gone, the hay was gone. And when you have horses, you know, you got to do something about them about every 12 hours. You got to feed them and water them and stuff like that. So I came back to my house and I packed up all the extra buckets and things I could find and put a bunch of hay in, and I went back down. And as I went back down, I made a U-turn in the highway through Home Depot, and I thought, wait a minute, they got a bunch of lumber and things in there. So I went in, and I just happened to hit the manager right, and I said to him, look, I said, these people, it's a nice barn, it should be encouraged to continue, etc. And talked to him and talked to him, and so finally, he got Home Depot lined up to provide the lumber and all, and 3 stores sent employees for their community
Dad
project.
helped build it.
Did he?
Yeah. He went to show me the other day because he just wanted to. He said
Really?
it burned down.
Oh, yeah.
And he helped
Well, then we had a problem with the barn was on the end of a long road, and there really wasn't any parking up there, and we were going to have a lot of people. So I arranged with the Yankee Draft Horse Association to unhook their horses and hook them up down at the bottom of the hill in a restaurant parking lot down on, actually it's Route 1. We had 6 teams of horses, and we had Boston's local cowboy who was Rex Trailer. Rex Trailer rode a horse of mine, had a Palomino at the time, so he looked good. And he led this wagon train, and the wagon train carried all the Home Depot workers up the hill to where they were building the barn. And before too long, it was about a month, I guess, we had a 150-foot barn. The whole thing was up. It was amazing. And Home Depot provided an awful lot of that stuff. So I'm just hoping that they'll help me do my hayloft and see if they can't persuade them to give me the half-inch plywood, and it's got to be 24-inch insulation because the beams are 24 inches apart. And that's my story of the day. Because there's not going to be any Nutty Professor because I forgot it was Friday. Okay, Bailey. Are we ready? With Bailey!
She's in the puppy room.
Is she sleeping? Did she get up? Bailey! We gotta get the
Annie's in there
basket.
with her.
Andy's getting her going.
Bailey! It's time to get the basket!
She's coming.
Yeah, you're not watching.
Bailey! It's the basket time! Oh, she's coming! It's the basket time. Would you go get the basket, please? You got a job to do. Go get the job. Don't quit now. Oh, shit. Oops. That's $1.
$1.
Atta girl, Bailey! Good girl! Yes, she's good. A little further would be very helpful. There we go. She did very, very nicely. Did you want a little bit of this now? She's not too awake. Did you want to have it later?
She just
Want
had
some
her
milk?
dinner. So.
She didn't want any. We woke her up. Well, maybe she'll have some. If I wipe it off on that canine tooth. Oh, it's better. She feels better now. She was a little weak from hunger.
She's a good girl.
She's very pretty good.
She's a good girl. She's a very good girl.
Oopsie. Is that enough? You all done? Do you want the rest of it? Don't hurry. We don't want to rush this now. We only got one box to open, so it's going to be a short mail call.
Plus phone calls.
Oh, we're going to make some phone calls.
I do an extra one time.
Where are you going to get the phone calls? Maybe they're in the mail. We don't know what they are.
If not, I'll pick some from over here, and if there's only one, I'll still pick some.
One more spoonful. There you go. All done. All done.
What, you want this too?
No, don't lick the can. You'll cut your tongue. Leave it all over the floor. Okay, away you go. Here you go. There we go.
Come back in here with me.
There we go. Oh, now, the mail. That's what we did all that for, right?
I'm tired today.
I'm tired. I am tired. I got too much sleep last night. I had no sleep the night before and too much last night. Okay. Where's my car thing that I lean on? It's right next to you. How could I possibly do it without something to lean on?
What's up, girl? What's up?
Actually, I have the video of that barn going up. It's on VHS or whatever.
What is that?
You don't even know that.
No.
It's this great big thing you put in the television to make a movie. It's before digital. Long tape. It's beyond you, right. Younger generation doesn't know anything. I'll tell you, it's terrible. Okay. This comes from Sort by Hand, whoever that is. Sort by Hand. I begin to know who that is. There we go. Oh. Oh, okay. We got a question on there. That's a good one. That's a good one. Then $1 for the fun fund, which I can't find. There it is. Oh, there's another one of these. Those with the bag in them, they're very good. We put that right in the pot here. Use that tomorrow. Okay, and then that goes in here for the question department. Oh. Oh, mwah. This is that friend of mine over in Hamilton. Ah, nice lady.
Spoiling Bailey, I'm giving it cheese.
Wow.
What's her name?
Alcie's Foundation is very pleased to send you the enclosed check made out to Service Dog Project in support of the project, The Beef. We wish you success in the months to come and look forward to hearing about your progress. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact our office. Signed by Moose. Moose. His name has been Moose for a very long time. His name is Ferdinand Colorado Mansfield. Maybe he didn't want me to say that over. I better take that all back. But at any rate, I've known Moose for years. He's a very nice guy.
Should I write this down or no?
But the part of the story I wanted to tell you was, a long time ago, he almost decided he wanted a Dane. And so I got one kind of ready for him, and he got sick or something. I've forgotten exactly why, but I ended up having to keep the dog, and she became the Moose. Moose's dog. And she is related to an awful lot of what we've got left. She's on our this thing. She's on this thing.
She's on the...
Way down here at the bottom someplace is Moose's dog. Someplace. Can't find her.
Maybe her name's not
That
Moose.
breeder too. No, her name was Moose's. It was Moose's dog. Moose's dog. There she is. There she is. She was the mother of Lindsay.
Who had Chaos.
Did she have Chaos?
Lindsay had Chaos.
Lindsay had Chaos. See, there you are, back 3 generations. Moose is bred to Thumper to have Lindsay.
Then Chaos, then had a lot of litters.
And then Lindsay had Solo, which didn't count. And Lindsay had Crane, Homer, Olin, Fenley, Wrigley. Yep. And then she had a lot of them. She was the mother of Hawkeye.
Oh wow.
Mm. And where'd she go?
Okay.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it here. Bumpy, Tree Guy, and Chaos. You're right. There you are.
Then
Lindsay
That was-
Bobby.
that
Lindsay
was.
Bobby. Yep. Lindsay Bobby was Chaos. See, right there.
And then I think that was Lindsay's last litter.
Lindsay had a lot of litters.
And then Chaos. Then went
Chaos had
on.
that's up there. The camera can't see us here. Yeah, Lindsay Chaos is up here, and Lindsay was born down here. Lindsay was born in 2003, and she had Chaos in 2009. She's very busy. Okay, you can have that now. We're not moving too
Luna
fast
had
here
a
today.
lot.
Who?
Luna had a lot too.
Luna had 5 litters, I think, too. There were a couple there that had a lot of litters.
Who's died?
Well, Luna, who was it? Luna had 1 litter because George said she had to. There was something wrong with her uterus, and he didn't want her to go through a cycle and not have puppies. So we bred her. And here we have a $2 bill.
Twos.
And another one all wrapped up, ready to go. So I put that one in my pocket for tomorrow. And this goes in the fun fund. And this one is somebody else. Uh-oh. Oh, that's just reminding me of something. And here we go with Texas. And they are eating something to do with fiber. And we don't need to worry about what those are. There we go, pecans and things like that. Whole grain flakes. Huh. Okay, we did that one part. Gardner Supply Company. Now, I put that in the circular file.
That's your only question for this week.
That's correct. No, it's
Or
not. It's
today.
all these.
No, but those were a different night.
Huh?
Those were a different night.
Those just came in the mail. I mean, an email.
Oh. Email. They're emailing you too.
Good. That's a bill.
Do you want to do your box first?
I'll take the box. Let's do the box.
Box.
We're not organized here. It's just terrible.
This one's heavy.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got it. It is heavy. Holy smokes. That's heavier than I thought it was going to be. Oh, look out, baby.
I told you it was heavy.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a serious box.
I want to say it has all cardboards or dog food.
Well, first I got to find out how to open it. Who's been stealing my knives? Look out.
You're dangerous. Ooh, yes.
I am. Look out.
Dangerous.
Dangerous.
It's going to hurt my fingers. Oh, boys. Oh, boys. Here we go. Ooh, look at the handwriting.
Perfect.
Perfect handwriting.
What if it's
Wow. Wow, okay. Let me read it now then. Thank you for all that you and all those involved do with Service Dog Project have accomplished. Your work in raising and training the Danes is awesome. I also want to thank you for allowing 24/7 viewing, access to the dogs in your home. Oh, the home is getting messier and messier. But at any rate, don't underestimate the pleasure you provide the hundreds that are addicted to watching the activities at Crazy Acres. I wish you continued success in your endeavors. Isn't that wonderful? Susan, a quiet camera peep. I think,
Bailey? Bailey?
uh-oh, she thinks the barn painted purple would be just great. It would be.
Yeah, well,
It would be, a purple barn. Wow, I never thought of that. Oh, no, there's another idea, 'cause we have to paint the barn something.
when the camera peeps come, we can all paint it purple.
It's not that easy, but that would be interesting. I would better hang on to that idea. Look at the handwriting. Isn't that beautiful?
That looks evenly spaced, too.
It's organized. You probably can't even write like that, right?
I can do cursive.
Really? There's an awful lot of
They-
people can't.
They taught us cursive. We had to, for homework every night, we had to write 20 sentences in cursive using vocab words, prepositional phrases, and stuff like that.
Okay.
I said dog food. I said dog food. I was right.
Okay. We got dog food. Let's pull this thing out.
Dog
What's
food
that?
galore.
Oh, it's the,
The box.
see? It's the boxes. Those come in. Oh, isn't that wonderful?
Absolutely wonderful.
This is wonderful.
Wonderful. She couldn't fit it. That's why they're all separate.
Yeah. I'm wondering.
Boy. Double pack, double pack.
I'm wondering what I should do.
You want to put those under your desk?
I'm thinking we ought to send some of this stuff down for Tracy when she has babies down there. I'd like to have some of that.
Who's gonna have babies down there?
Tracy, cookies and cream.
Oh, she's not having them here?
No, I don't think so at the moment. We don't know. It could change. It could change at any minute. But at the moment, Cookies is having them down in Middleborough, wherever she is.
Will they eventually come here?
Yes, they'll come here at about 4 weeks old. The mother is not thrilled with people. So that's the first problem. The second problem is Tracy's husband's quite sick, so
She wouldn't be able to be here that often.
yeah. Here. That'll be enough for a while here. Okay. Now what are we gonna do?
Okay, we haven't got any.
That purple barn. We'd be the only one in all of New England with a purple barn. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. Okay. Hey, helper! Hey! You got sidetracked. I lost my help.
Oh, yeah.
We gonna call somebody? I haven't got anybody to call. Well, those don't have those don't have phone numbers.
Did you answer that?
Huh?
Did you answer it?
I didn't answer yet. I was gonna call. Usually I call, see whether they have any questions first.
I'll get you 4.
Well, in the meantime, apparently, what's the strangest animal you've ever worked with? We did cockroaches. I think all of you know that. After the cockroach, there'd be bugs. We had a praying mantis, and actually that was the same movie. That was the next Karate Kid. We had to have a praying mantis in a hayfield. And it was the only live praying mantis I could find in all of the United States, and I had it shipped up from Miami for that movie and got it out of Logan Airport, and they wanted to take a picture of it in a hayfield, loose in a hayfield. So I had a whole bunch of people with a whole bunch of bird catching butterfly nets in case it got loose. It was chaotic. That's not.
Yeah,
This one could be all right. What else you got?
We've done that one.
Well, why don't you just find me one I haven't done? This is difficult. I don't remember that one. Do I remember that one? Let's try it.
Okay.
I need a phone.
Phone's
I
not
told you we're unorganized. Grab the phone. There's the phone.
on her. Have
Okay,
done-
here we go. One. Huh. Huh. Okay, we're doing 225.
Huh. I wonder if we've done her.
Oh, yes. Gotta put this one up here. I'll forget who I've called.
Hello?
Jody,
Yes,
this is Carlene White.
I know, I'm watching you.
Gotcha. Okay. How are you tonight?
So excited.
It's Friday. I forgot it. I forgot it was Friday, and I forgot to do a Nutty Professor thing.
Well, we'll just have to do two next Friday.
There you go. I've got a good one for next Friday. It actually arrived in the mail. It was a little late, so I didn't have a chance to practice it. I just got it in the mail today.
I can
So
I love your Nutty Professor.
I'll do that next week. We got a good one for next week. Yes, we have a good time with that.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's so much fun, and I love how the kids are enjoying it. Dawn's kids.
Yes. Yes, it's funny. It's amusing. I never thought I would ever be, if you'd said to me 10 years ago, what are you going to be doing 10 years from now? Not thinking I would ever sit in front of a camera being a Nutty Professor. But at any rate, here we go. Do you got any question for me?
I have one question for you, and that is, how is Chaos doing? Is she getting back in the house now that
Well-
Noel has gone home?
Well, she's only gone home overnight. I'm afraid to bring her in right now. She's settled down where she is. She's right in she's in the Deagle house behind us here. She's not very far away, but I'm afraid to bring her in because she would, Noel would come back tomorrow morning and then know that Chaos had been here. And you don't want to get a mother dog mad and upset because she might get confused and hurt the puppies.
Oh,
We wouldn't like that.
didn't have that.
No. So I think it's just as well to leave her out of the picture for another few days. But she's out and around during the day. Once we get Noelle sort of tied up where she's supposed to be with the puppies, not tied up, but involved, hurt the puppies,
Oh,
We wouldn't like that.
didn't have that.
No. So I think it's just as well to leave her out of the picture for another few days. But she's out and around during the day. Once we get Noelle sort of tied up where she's supposed to be with the puppies, not tied up, but involved.
I understand that completely. I saw the picture of the trip to Costco with the new buggy.
Did you? That was fun. That was fun. They see us come all the time with the dogs. So, all the people who work there were just thrilled to see the puppies come in. It was fun.
I can only imagine how excited they were to see puppies.
Yeah, it's not really totally legal, but it was a sort of baby carriage thing, and people didn't really. I don't think anybody objected to it. You get a few sourpusses go by, but everybody else loved it.
Of course they did. Who could not love those puppies?
I
They
know.
are precious.
They are lovely. They're good. And we stopped by on the way back to show them to George, the veterinarian. He came running out with his mask and gown on, had to look at the puppies.
Oh, he did such a wonderful job delivering them.
He did. He really did. It was like 11 minutes. Somebody told me it was 11 minutes, and I don't doubt it. From the time he opened the uterus till he had all 4 puppies out. That's not easily done. You don't do that if you're a beginner. George has been around for a while.
I watched the video many times, and it's just amazing.
Yep. And the other thing that was amazing about the cesarean is we had very little, Usually when they have pups here, you have messes to clean up for at least 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
But he must have gotten all of it out of her uterus somehow. I saw him pull a lot of it out because we had to save it and send it to Tufts because they were doing some sort of experiment on that, and they had written to me and asked me to save the afterbirth and the cord and all that sort of thing. So he,
And you were able to send it to him even though it was cesarean?
yes, it was like. Any rate, we've kissed the mattress goodbye. We got that out the other day, so we're down to floor, as you can tell, with the puppies.
Oh, they're just running around like crazy. I can't believe how active they are getting.
They are.
So sweet.
They're good. But they have a flat area to run around in, and then they have a fluffy area to lie in. And we try and make a distinction between the two so that they know that they don't go to the John in their bed. And that's how we start their house training. And sometimes we get away with it.
I know. I've been watching for a year and a half now.
Oh, my.
I think my first litter was Wallace of Mentos.
Really? Huh.
I just missed Noel's, the Nuppies.
Yeah?
Murphy. I just missed them by a week.
Oh, my. Huh. Okay, well then.
I'm so delighted that you called. I just can't tell you how much I enjoy you're in my house every single day.
Oh, great.
I talk about you to everyone. I just think you do the most incredible work that I've ever seen.
It's fun. We all have a good time here. That's the other thing.
You do. You do.
And we eat far too much. There's too many cookies. There's too much candy. People send us very nice things. We're all gaining weight, things like that. Any rate, have a good evening, and we'll try a couple other calls here for the fun of it and see what they get going.
Well, thank you so much for calling, Carlene. I really appreciate it, and just keep up the wonderful work. People just, you just can't imagine how much you bring to everyone that watches.
Oh, I'm certainly glad. It certainly is different, but have a good time. Okay? Good night.
Thank you.
Yep.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye. I ate half of those. Never mind. Those chocolate-covered raisins. I don't need them anymore.
Oh, I thought it was actually duck poop.
No, that's what they call it. Okay, is this who I'm supposed to call next?
Yes.
615. I'm not sure this isn't somebody's grandmother. Oh.
Hi, it's Carrie.
Hi, Carrie. Are you there?
Tone. Please record your
That's what I
message.
thought.
When you have finished recording, you
Carrie's
may hang
not
up
there.
Or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Beep. Hi, Carrie. It's Carlene White calling. Sorry you weren't home. Well, maybe we'll catch you next time. Bye. She came on that line quickly.
Yeah.
All right.
Directly to.
One more. 843.
You.
Nobody's home. Nobody's home.
Sorry, we are unable to take your call right now, but if you leave your
What'd she
name
say?
and number,
Sorry, we're
we
not
will
able
call
to
you
take
back.
your call.
Thank you.
It's sort of like Carlene. Hi, Jada. Carlene White trying to call you. Maybe we'll catch you some other time. Bye.
Now we gotta try 2 more people.
I don't know about that one. I think I did that one already.
Okay, I'll get some.
I'll question over here. We did that one. Rain Sandwich. What do we got? All right, 650.
Get one
No, that's probably. I'll do the questions. I'll do the questions. A couple questions.
Oh, that's a whole sheet of questions.
Yeah. 2928.
We're almost gonna break 9 million.
Who did I call? I forgot who I called. Oh, there we go.
Hi, this is Pam. Leave me a message. Thanks.
She's not home either. Aw, it's got to be the good weather.
It's kind of cold out there.
Out where? How do we know? Huh?
Here.
Oh, here. Yes.
Oh,
Okay. Bye.
We're almost gonna break 9 million.
What's this?
We're almost gonna break 9 million.
Really?
Yeah. 8,000, 8,000,009.
Wow.
We're gonna hit
952,580.
We're gonna hit 9 million tomorrow. Let's see if we have a phone. I mean, a question. Oh my. Favorite stories of. Oh, Tiffany. My story of Tiffany, I think I've told everybody, is my most reliable dog, along with Bailey and a couple others, but hundreds of thousands of people patted her. I'll make it brief, but literally hundreds of thousands of people. We were in messes like the Esplanade concert on the 4th of July, all packed with people like that. I would be there with my dogs on a bed in a corner of that field, and all the dogs loose, 8 dogs, 8 Danes, all loose. People just wander in the crowd. People pat them. The dogs didn't go away. They stayed around. And hundreds of thousands of people patted Tiffany. And we were at the Prudential Tower for one Christmas thing or something. I don't know what it was for. At any rate, we had one little girl sort of approaching the crowd, and Tiffany turned around and looked at her and just started growling, and fortunately came to me growling, looking at that girl. So I grabbed a hold of her jowls, which is what I do when I think disaster is about to strike, and I held on to her head and jowls while the little girl came along and patted her. And she was a nice little kid. She was dressed in a white dress, and she was a little bit pale, but other than that, she looked fine. And she patted the dog, and I answered her questions, and she wandered off into the crowd, and Tiffany watched her go. She was just stiff as a board. And after the girl got out of sight, I'd let Tiffany go again, and then watched her, and she stayed around me, as she usually did, and everything was normal. And everything was normal for the rest of the year, until we went back the next year to the Prudential Tower. The same kid, the same reaction. I don't know what was the matter with that kid or why she did not like her. She wanted to kill her. I don't know. That's the best I can tell you on that one. It was that one kid, nobody else. Any rate. Oh dear. Who have I known longer, Sheila or Maria? Oh wow.
I say
Well,
Maria.
Yeah, well, I've known Maria for more consecutive years, but I've known Sheila longer. Because Sheila and I were in the Great Race. Have I told anybody about the Great Race? Oh dear. If I have, it's going to be very boring for everybody. But it started as an argument between two guys in a bar in Marblehead, whether it was faster to go from Watertown to Marblehead by land or by sea. So it went from 2 or 3 people in that very first race to, within 4 or 5 years, there were thousands of semi-sober people, shall we say, at 4 o'clock in the morning over in Watertown, some of them lined up and other ones still approaching the starting line, and a lot of them on just funny machines. Some had canoes, funny things in the water, mattresses, and you name it. At any rate, I rode a high-wheeled bike, the penny farthing, with the big wheel in the front and tiny little wheel in the back and no brakes. And I rode the 26 miles, and the last few miles, there was a group of about 10 people all welded together around a beer keg, and they were all holding on to pieces that had fallen off on the road, and there were 10 of them, and it was made in Danvers, and one of them was Sheila, and I beat them by cheating a little bit. My husband was pulling our horse trailer, going to meet me at the finish line to to bring the bike home. It's a big bike. You can't put it in everything. And so he parked in front of the sign that said, "Turn here for the finish line." And those guys came along, and there were 10 of them welded together, and they had too much momentum to make the corner. But I was riding by myself, and I could make the corner being, I could make the corner. So I did, and they had to go around an extra block and down, and so I beat them by practically nothing. I mean, it was nip and tuck. But so Sheila was involved with that, and I didn't meet her at that point until many, many years later. In the last couple years, she's turned up here, and we have a great deal of, shall we say, creativity in common, good imaginations, and she's fun to be with, and there's no hold barred to do anything. Maria, I just met on just through our Danes. She wanted a Dane, I had a Dane, and somehow George Myers was the one that kind of introduced us. I guess I knew Maria before she was married, because I somehow remember her having a baby here and there. That was a long time ago.
Her first baby was 13 years ago.
It must have been 13 years ago. So that's two that I've answered here. Who met Bobby at the airport when he arrived from Budapest, and how did I find him in the first place? Well, I found him online, just wandering around, and there were pictures of him and of his parents, and so I started communicating with the guy, Zoltan Nagy, and I don't know whether it's Nagy Zoltan or Zoltan Nagy. I never did know. At any rate, he was from Budapest, and he had a kennel with these dogs, and so I had him send over two. I never like to send over one by itself. It could be scary. So I had him two in one kennel. And you go to the airport to pick him up, and there's no, what is it? You don't have to go through customs or anything of that sort. They just want those dogs out of there because they smelled so bad. And I knew that was going to be that way. So what I did was to take a huge plastic bag with me and a brand new kennel all lined and things, and a whole bunch of wet towels in another bag. And we took those two puppies out of the crate they had been in, that they'd traveled in, and literally gave them a bath and stuck them in the new crate and stuck the old crate in a big plastic bag so it stopped smelling so badly, and drove home. I've forgotten who was with me, but there were about 3 of us involved in that, bathing the dog in the airport. So that's that one. I answered all those. Okay? Do you want to take them and let them hear the puppies now?
Bye.
Like to sleep, fleece and stuff. Hi, Hugo. Talk to the CPs.